What is the I generation, you may ask? The term is a shortened description for the Internet generation and comprises of children born between 1997 to 2010 as well as 2011 to 2025, the Gen Z and Gen Alpha respectively. Gen Z is considered digital natives. The generation possesses the ultimate language of tech. They speak tech fluently. Whether a digital platform, technology, or application, they know it and can use it. They were born into a world of technology and are alien to one without it. Gadgets, the internet, and social media comprise the world they know. The Gen Alpha years are between 2011 and 2025, and it is said that the Gen Alpha will likely be the wealthiest, most highly educated, and technologically literate in history. If we compare Gen Alpha versus Gen Z, the latter speaks to technology, but Generation Alpha is immersed in it. Now, we're not here to talk about the I generation, but rather the adjustments that educators have had to make to cater to the I generation in this new culture of teaching and learning using technology. Let's get some meaning. Culture is defined as the ideas, customs, and social behavior of a particular people or society. Culturally responsive pedagogy, otherwise called methods or styles of teaching, is divided into three functional dimensions: the institutional dimension, the personal dimension, and the instructional dimension.
Teachers have been placed in such an uncomfortable situation to readjust their teaching methodology abruptly. It is safe to say that it has helped more than hurt the teaching community, both on a personal and general educational level, with how the quality of education given is delivered to our students. Two major issues that were faced on an institutional level were the lack of connectivity or internet access and the lack of devices in the schools. Some ease came to our educators as the government stepped up to the plate in this major crisis and assisted our students so that they weren't deprived of their education. According to an excerpt in the Gleaner on October 6, 2021, Mrs. Williams gave praises as most of her students were catered for in the era as the government presented tablets to her students. Another principal, Mr. Newsom, from Irwin High School, also had similar challenges as only 15 students had devices and the government assisted. Some teachers were faced with the lack of resources to effectively cater to their students. The principals had to ensure that the institutions had internet access for the schools that didn't have any. For those schools that already have internet services, the principal had to expand their bandwidth due to the increase in the internet traffic. In addition, the institutions had to invest in purchasing Zoom platforms as well as incorporating Google Classroom, etc., in order to have a medium in reaching their students through classroom settings. We might be able to say that the pandemic helped to propel the institution in readjusting as a means to be equipped to culturally respond to the needs of the I generation. Saying this to prove that the institutions would have needed to change their approach in the near future to facilitate effective pedagogy through the teaching and learning process.
Every student learns differently, and thus it is necessary for the educational system to make provisions to accommodate all forms of learning styles and to ensure each child's learning needs are properly met. While this venture is promising, it cannot be met through conventional means, and therefore with the development of new technology, there can be strides made towards incorporating technology into aiding students with different learning styles, and to ensure the teaching curriculum is taught efficiently to them. There are different learning styles, just to name a few: visual, auditory, kinesthetic.
According to Matthew Lynch, on April 21, 2016, teachers use technology to enhance instruction and provide improved learning. The use of technology also impacts instructional time. With the use of digital devices and richer, deeper content, teachers can gain more of the time they need to provide and enhance instruction for students. This is used as opposed to the traditional teaching styles of taught and chalk, where teachers were the source of knowledge rather than facilitators. With the use of technology, the classroom now becomes student-centered. When used correctly, technology can give teachers more time by allowing them to provide differentiated instructions for students. Teachers can choose to lecture less and spend more time coaching students as a group or individually on how to use digital devices to make discoveries on their own. By mixing in student-led discoveries with traditional learning formats, differentiated instruction can make class time more interactive and engaging for students. The instructional dimension of culturally responsive pedagogy refers to practices and challenges associated with implementing cultural responsiveness in the classroom. Utilizing different types of technology in the classroom, including a virtual classroom, creates learners who are actively engaged with the learning objectives. Technology also creates pathways for differentiated instructions to meet the unique needs of students as an individual learner with a broader classroom climate. Not all students learn and retain information in the same way or at the same speed. Therefore, technology is a big opportunity for teachers to differentiate instruction and modify information for the appropriate learning needs of their students. The use of technology can also allow students to work at their own pace. Let's look at how teachers integrate technology in the classroom to be able to respond correctly to the new culture of technology and teaching. Using technology in instructional pedagogy can be achieved at all levels of education. Teachers now have to use technology, which allows them to promote students' engagement for auditory and visual learners. Incorporating technologies like PowerPoints, games, internet homework assignments, or online grading systems can be the difference makers in students' growth in the classroom. PowerPoint presentations can be used to introduce a lesson concept while providing the opportunity for engagement between the student and the teacher. Kahoot is known to be used to review information after a lesson or unit is taught. The teacher creates a Kahoot game, and then the students are allowed to create anonymous usernames to participate in the game. The benefit of this instructional application allows students to participate in the activity, especially those who may be reluctant to participate in class. As we may be able to note, there are many different instructional methods that can be used in order to adapt and meet the requirements of the growing culture of online teaching and learning. Some of these applications allow the teacher to post homework assignments online via platforms like Blackboard, Brightspace, and Moodle. These are are some of the many ways teachers integrate technology in the classroom. This makes for easy access to assignments and student engagement. Online grading systems such as PowerSchool is used, and this opens lines of communication where the teacher can post grades, analyze students' attendance and patterns, and manage transcript data. The educating of students is done based on their age range. Therefore, the implementation of instructional pedagogy can be done using different strategies. At the elementary level, students can use interactive games to reinforce math, spelling, phonetic, and reading skills. Sites like Spelling Training permit students or teachers to upload their own words to practice word pronunciation and create interactive games. ABC Most is also a popular application used at the elementary level to facilitate fun learning. Now at the primary level, using technology to acquire skills such as conducting research can be applied to any content area. The use of websites like EasyWeb guides students to find credible sources through a variety of search engines and teaches students to correctly cite those sources to avoid plagiarism. Now, at the secondary level, students can use technology as it is beneficial for college and career developmentation. Familiarization with Microsoft Office and Google Drive teaches the students to make spreadsheets, slideshow presentations, and share documents where they can receive feedback on their work. Culturally responsive pedagogy from the angle of catering to the I generation can be said to be the new way of teaching thanks to the world's arm being wrung by a pandemic into adapting to the need for the use of technology in the class.